Right, last match report. I need a coffee, my throat's getting a bit sore. I've been talking for a long while now. Last match report for you. Now, as I said, I wasn't doing any qualifiers since lockdown. I wasn't going to waste my summer. They're soul destroyed, and I got into a place with them where I just wasn't. I was turning up and thinking I'm going to draw badly. You're wasting so much. I spent thousands. I've dedicated my summer to it the last 2 years and never had a 1-1 section. I've never had a sniff of doing anything. I've drawn terrible. And you think some of these matches, these qualifiers, are costing you £200 a qualifier by the time you put travel and bait in as well. And you're not getting a day's fishing. You're wasting your summer. They are soul destroying. You see some people drawing good pegs all the time. Before that, I was doing really well, and I never won one, but lots of seconds and frames when I wasn't really getting stuck into them. So I just said this year with lockdown, I'm going to have a break from them, not do any qualifiers. Enjoyed my summer, which I have done, caught lots of fish, won a lot of money, really enjoyed it. So I hadn't drawn very well a week last week, but still really enjoyed it and won a lot of money in the end. But I went back to work on Tuesday. Obviously, we'd had bank holiday Monday off and all the festivals the week before. And there was a golden reel at Decoy on the Wednesday, and I was working nights all week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. And I said to my wife, I'm going to buy a ticket for it. Rang up, see where I was working. So I was getting picked up at 7:30, or 7:15, Tuesday night. I was only in Cambridge, not too far away. Same the following night. I said to my wife, they'd sold 60 odd, 70 tickets. There were tickets available for another hour. This was 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I said, I'm going to get a ticket. Bought a ticket, made a list of pegs in my head that I wanted. And I got home from work at 2 o'clock. I actually didn't have a bad night at work. Got home at 2 o'clock. Set the alarm for 7. Went over to Decoy, and I said, if I don't draw any of them pegs, I'm going home to bed. And they've drawn, Phil Briscoe's drawn my peg out for me, and he's drawn me 22 oak, which, as you know from the festival, 21 and 23 were really good. It was second on my list. There was only lose 6 that I wanted more, so I definitely went to it now. I've learnt a lot from this match in that I had no bait. I literally took pellets and corn with me, and just made them work. I hadn't had a chance to order any bait or anything. I would have normally I had some old casters, but I wasn't going to fish them. I knew I'd got a chance there. I just fished the simplest match ever, in all honesty. I've set up my rig for fishing cat meat short, the 416, the Rube Cane, orange slick, the 20 to 22, just a top kit by my nets, the foot hook length thing I've talked about, real heavy gear. I've set up to fish down, the wind was going that way, so I've set up to fish the 21's platform. I've plumbed up, I set it at 3 foot, plumbed up, and it was about a metre off the platform. You can go to the first platform leg, so I've gone just to the platform leg, come out till I found it, and I found 3.5 foot, about 1.5 metres out from the platform leg, so I set rig for that. 4x12, like the Rube Carbon, nice little rig for fishing pellets through. Fished heavy gear, I wasn't messing around. 18 to 20 slick, the red, 020 straight through. 14, the MXC4, the really heavy duty eyed hook. 14, band, I was going to fish an 8mm pelt on that, kinder some 6mm catalysts in. I've set up exactly the same rig for fishing down to the other platform. I fished it a bit tighter this time, it was 2.5 foot in case I wanted a different depth. Set another rig up for that. I've set up an edge rig. I've got lovely edges here. You can see why it's so good. I've caught it just under 2 foot, tight to the bank. So I've fed it on a top 6, like halfway to the platform straight away. It's 11 metres to the next platform. See if they come in. They didn't. I've seen one fish come on it all day. And all the only other rigs I've set up is a shallow stroke mugging rig, 'cause it was quite sunny. Not seen any though. And a rig fishing hard pellets on a top 5. Again, if it was a bit harder. started, let's say bait wise, I had 6mm catalysts. I fed 3 pints through the day through a cup, like a large toss pot, just filling it. 15 pellets, that's all I fed. I'll go into it in a minute. I've had a load of catalyst micros for fishing in shallow in the edges, not worked on a load of corn for that. And a tin of cat meat and a few 8mm catalysts for putting in a band. And like I say, I've just made it work. Fished a really uncomplicated match. Knew I'd got a chance of some fish there. Started on just throwing a few, like I always do, just by my nets in 5 foot of water with cat meat. Just 2 bits of cat meat in my cup, some 6mm, half a dozen 6mm pellets, and then I've thrown 6mm over it quite regularly. Waited 5 minutes for a bite, missed it. I was a bit giddy in all honesty. So I've calmed myself down, gone back in, it's gone under again, and I've had one about £12. It's a nice start, and I've gone back in and had one about £13. So it's a lovely start to the match. Then I've waited a bit longer, missed the bite, and I thought I'm coming off it and going down the edge. So I fed the shallow edge and I had a bite in there. I won't go into it, I have fed it a few times and I've seen one fish come in all day, so I didn't waste my time with it. It clearly wasn't right. Again, the wind was coming into our bank and it got up a bit, it was a cold wind, so they wanted that bit deeper. Gone out, down to 21's platform, just tapping in pellets. After a couple of feeds, I've had to come back and feed it again. I've had one about £6. The rig wasn't right there, so instantly I ripped the rig off, put 414 wire Rube Titan, bit more stability, just to hold it, because it was catching the wind there. It's just been an odd fish. I set myself a target of, I'd got 4 after the first hour, and I had 6 the second hour, so I set myself a target of 25 fish, because they were massive. Like I've had an odd like £5 or £6, but most of them have been 10, 12, 13 pound. So you didn't need a lot of bites for weight, and there wasn't a lot being caught on the lake. It was fishing quite hard, and I just said if I can catch 5 of these big ones an hour, I'm going to be there or somewhere abouts. The second hour I've had 6, so they were big. What you get, you wait, tap your 15 pellets in. I didn't feed again until I had an indication of fish. Just setting a little trap for one fish, and what you'd wait 10 minutes so you get a bite, and then you get another one really quickly. That was the pattern. You get 2, and then you'd wait 10-15 minutes for another fish to come in. And that's really been the match. I did feel like I needed to rest. You sat there for ages and you weren't getting them. Didn't feed it again. There were obviously nothing in eating your pellets because you hadn't had a bite, so just left it there. Went down the other edge. Never caught down the other edge. It was strange. So with 2 hours to go, I've changed it around a bit. I've started big cupping corn and micros to the next platform. Like in that 2.5 foot, took the band off, put a proper hook on there. I've only had 1 bite there, and that was foul hooked. But it was somewhere to rest my other line. I kept going back on it, but it was slowing up a bit, and I thought I need somewhere else to catch it. So I don't normally go back on the cat meat line, but I filled a big pot up with 3/4 micros and then 20 bits of cat meat. Dumped that in, thrown pellets on it heavily, and I've dropped on it with like 40 minutes to go, half hour to go, and I had one about £12 straight away. And that's just set the tone. I've had 6 the last hour. I've had good best, last hour was my best. A couple of smaller ones on the cat meat actually, but just drop in on that, catch one, go down there, catch one. Come the way, and I'd had 25 carp, reached my target and a barbel. Just to show you the stamp of the fish, bear in mind I had half a dozen like 4, 5, 6 pounders. 25 carp has gone £228, which £130 a second on our lake. I know I fished a really, really good match. I was tired by the end. I'll thank my best mate Dave Taylor now. I had my earphones in, he kept ringing me and keeping me going. But I'd fished a really tidy match. I knew what I wanted to do and made it work, which is something I've got to take forward into more qualifiers, because I do, especially when it's a venue I don't know, I should just go, say I'm going to do this, that's what's going to win. And I've sort of, confidence has gone in them qualifiers recently, and I've not done that so much, confused myself. So definitely something I've learned out of the day. I had young Tom Edwards, he'd been ringing me the last 2 hours, kept ringing me saying you're winning it. I said, I've heard it before. I've had it at decoy. I got told I'd won the match, and I had it at tunnel in the Fishermania. Got told I'd won the match, and then someone's beat me, so I wasn't counting my chickens. Apparently, Jimmy Brooks on 30 Beastie, again, great peg, was the only person in with a chance of beating me. I was told, and it did seem like that was how it was going. So I drove around. I just caught him finishing weighing in, and he's weighed 218. So I've got to say unlucky to him. He's done really well there because Beastie's fished terribly. He's just docked 29 carp, I think he's docked. Not had a fish feeding. He's fished terrible on there. He's a good peg for dobbing. He got the open water, so well done and unlucky to him. But I won the match, qualified for the Golden Reel at Larford. The final is next Saturday, so I've not got a lot of time. I've spoke to a few people about it already. I went straight, I got home at 6:30 and went to work again at 7 last night. I got home at 5 this morning, so it was all a bit of a blur last night, I'll be honest. Big thanks to everyone that has messaged me, congratulating me. Can't wait for the final. I think Larford will suit what I've been doing, the fishing I've been doing this summer. It'd be some edge fishing, some hard pellets, some bomb fishing. Always going to have to include a bit of meat somewhere. Over meat like I did. I think float fish change from hard pellets to meat when you want to start building the peg up. That's going to be my approach. I know what I'm going to do. There's a practice open on Sunday. It's the only open I'm going to have to fish because I've qualified so late. I've took some time off next week. I'm going to go up there Thursday and Friday, just try and perfect timings, make sure everything's spot on. I want to have a day on the bomb, play around with a few things, and a day sorting the edge fishing out. Again, playing around with things, even if I have to move pegs during the day, start again. I know in my mind what I want to work out. I've spoke to a few people. My good mate Russ Grimes, one of my two close fishing mates, him and Dave Taylor. Dave's running the bank for me. He keeps me calm. He's always on the phone to me in matches when he's not fishing. He's really helped me out yesterday, and he does it regularly. Just 2 heads is better than one. Russ rung me. Russ did come out with a very valid comment. It's worked in my favour, I think, not having time to go and practice those, because it's not got in my head. I'm going to try a couple of things out. I've not got time to keep thinking, oh, this would work, this would work. I'm going with my plan and doing it. So I really, really can't wait. Finally made a qualifier. I've been so close so many times, and I never thought it was going to happen. So it's lovely to be there. I know I've turned the corner with them. I will qualify for a few more now. I'm sure I do think I will. I hope I will anyway. So we will have Larford. I'm not going to report on Larford next week, as I'm sure you can understand. I want to keep what I know to myself a little bit. So we'll do the week after the final. I will do a report on everything I think I learned on the lead up to it, and then I will do one on the actual match itself. There'll be some pictures. I'll get some pictures taken, some videos. My wife's and my mum they're not allowed too many spectators, but they have said family are allowed. So they're going to be sat behind me. I'll get my wife on the videos, get some little videos as we go, and I can talk you through them. Just a proper diary of the day, because it will be a tremendous day, I'm sure. Great anglers in the final. I know we haven't done any tips videos as such. I'm now thinking about going back to work again. It's just not the time at the minute. Next week, or even tomorrow, I will get a tips video done tomorrow. I'll get pellet waggling done for you, because I know everyone wanted me to do that. Prove I can fish with a rod. So thank you all for watching. Like I say, thanks for everyone that said about the videos. I know I had several people at Decoy yesterday saying they've been watching the videos, so thanks ever so much for watching. And we will get back to you hopefully with some good news after the Golden Reel final. Fingers crossed.